I want to talk with you about love. You know, true love, the truth about love, really, is nothing we can really understand. It cannot be explained. So, in this very moment, I want to encourage you and ask you to just tune into me. Tune in to the energy that's coming through me. And for us together, take a love bath. As you're listening to the voice that's coming through, I am allowing myself to be a channel of the divine love so we can all feel it together. And there'll be some words shared, but the most important part in this very moment is for us to tune into it together. So tune into me, if you will, just with your intention. And we're going to talk about love. Now, love is not a feeling. We can have a beautiful feeling because we are in love, but the feeling itself is not love. Love is an energy. And love is an energy that's always there and always available. Yeah? So just like, for example, air. We can breathe in air and we have air in our lungs. And I'm not saying to you, take in air. I'm saying take a breath. And so it is with love. It's not, oh, take in love. It is feel love. So as soon as you feel love, that's like taking a breath. You become conscious of that energy. If you're not consciously taking a breath, you're still breathing and you're making use of the air. And if you're not consciously feeling into love, you're still vibrating on love without even knowing. Now, the energy of love is vibrating within us at all times. And it's also vibrating within everything. So this rock, for example, that I'm having here, right? So that's the particles of that rock are being held together by an energy. And the energy is love. Every aspect of my body, your body, every aspect of everything, every plant, everything on the planet, if you actually literally tune into the vibration between each particle, you will find out and come to understand that it is love holding these things together. Now that is a cause for things to thrive, and the lack of love is a cause for things to decay. And when we're in love, that's why we look more beautiful. That's why people say, oh, you look 10 years younger, because you're in love, yeah? Or if you have difficulties, for example, in your relationships, you may get gray hair and you may feel that you're aging, yeah? It's because the lack of love. Now, what does that tell us? There's an important part about that that's very empowering, and that is that love is accessible to us at all times. We don't need anybody, in fact, nobody can give it to us, and we don't need anything to feel loved. It is our mind that attaches meaning to things and people, and that makes us then generate that feeling of love. So that, for example, if somebody gives me a bouquet of flowers and I think that's a sign of love from them, then my mind makes it up that this means love, and then I create the feeling within me from the essence of love that's flowing through me and feel love. Now, have you noticed that when you're in love with somebody, that all of a sudden everything seems wonderful? That's why. Because something in you has made the decision that you are loved. And because you are loved, now you're feeling love everywhere. Now that decision you can make at any time. Nobody needs to be in love with you, and you don't need to be in love with them. Yeah? It's good to know that. And here's why. Because if we attach our love and feeling loved, and also the capacity to love, to things and people, then we become slaves to the very wish of love that we have. And as soon as we become slaves to that, love gets out of the unconditional realm into conditioned realm. And when love becomes conditional, we know what happens. It feels unfulfilling. And that is why I believe that these crashes come when we're falling out of love with somebody. It's not because they have become unlovable. It's because we saw something within them or within us or in our interaction that made us think that we don't love them or they don't love me. Now, what if you and I right now, in this very moment, decided we take that out of the equation? We take that conclusion out of the equation, throw it away, and we come together into this energy of love that's always there. And we make the decision to use this energy of love in a total new way, in a way like we use air. I'm not judging that I'm particularly loved or worthy if I have a lot of air to breathe in, or that I'm unworthy. I don't make that judgment. And so let's leave that judgment out. And let's also leave the judgment out that other people need to love us in order for us to feel love. Just like we don't need other people to breathe in order for us to take a deep breath, right? So now, air is oxygen, but love is an energy. So if we tune into the energy of love and we make the decision that from now on we can tap into that love, then we become a beacon of unconditional love for everyone, including ourselves. And that's what I'm hoping you've tuned in while I was talking, so you start feeling more unconditional love for yourself and for others. And in fact, the dolphins taught me that principle. They shared that with me when I was meditating with the dolphins, and they came in their spirit body. Dolphins, they do that. They are in physical body in the ocean, and they go into the portals, and from there they go into a higher dimension and then are only in their light bodies, so they can come to us in our meditations. And the dolphins taught me that love is an energy. It's not a sentiment, it's not a feeling, it's an energy. And that this energy, and now this is the fun part, and it's so empowering, and I really want you to get this. This energy can be tuned into and utilized at any time. Whether you feel worthy, whether you feel good, or you feel unworthy or bad. Yeah? So now, how do you do that? How do you tap into this love energy at any time? You use your intention. I'm making an intention, just like I'm making an intention to breathe in deeply. Before I take that deep breath, I intend to take that breath, right? And then I feel my body to open the lungs. So you feel how love feels. I'm setting an intention to feel love, and then I feel how love feels, and then I take that breath. And now you give the love. So in this example, set an intention to love or feel love. Then generate that feeling in you, and you can use your imagination or your remembrance for that. You can just remember how it felt when you were loved most recently and somebody shared their love with you, you know, and then just feel into that, how good that felt. Oh my gosh, even if I didn't think I was worthy of it at the time, I'm just allowing that feeling to come back to me. Now I'm feeling it. Do it with me if you would. Remembering how it felt to be loved. And then you do an action. And this action is sharing. And this is also what the dolphins taught me. It's not about just having something. As soon as you have it, it becomes stale. You need to let it flow through you and give it further. It's a circular motion. Also with money. It applies to money as well. You receive it, you give it further, and you receive it again. And it's the same with love. So only when you start giving it, you activate that flow that comes from a vacuum that's created within you as you give the love, and that flows more love into you. So now you give it. Share it with somebody right in this moment. Think of somebody and think how much you love them or what you love about them. There you go. Now it's flowing within you. Now you generated that feeling. You can do that no matter how you feel. And if you need a little boost, to get to that feeling, choose something that boosts you. I have a list that I write down all the things that inspire my love, because sometimes when I'm depressed or when I'm feeling down, I might not remember. So I'm writing down, okay, reading this poem from Rumi inspires love in me. Going to my favorite tree inspires love in me. Remembering the birth of my son inspires love with me. Taking a bubble bath inspires love with me. Yeah? Telling myself that I am worthy no matter any circumstance. My worth doesn't depend on circumstances inspires love. Drinking my tea in the morning, I love it, inspires love. So I have this list, right? And I can look at it, and that helps me feel it. But the only thing why I need the list is to feel it, right? Not in order to have the energy. The energy is available at all times. And the dolphins show it to us. Mother Nature shows it to us. The children do. Let's just never forget this from this moment on. That love is not a sentiment, it's an energy, and it's available to us at any time. Make use of it. I love you.